with venom in his eyes, and he says, "I hate you." I'm 1 month pregnant, and I'm having the biggest fight of my life with my husband. And we are in it. It's been going for an hour. He is livid. I am terrified. And then he looks at me from across the room with venom in his eyes, and he says, "I hate you." And my heart stops, and I'm convinced this is over. But I learned something that day. I learned that the opposite of love is not hate, but indifference. Love is not just full of happy, soothing, empowered emotions. Love is full of dark, difficult, heartbreaking emotions. And if you want to feel the game of true love, you have to be willing to open yourself to the full range of human experience. And when your heart can hold that level of intensity, then you are available to true love, and then you can hold that intensity from your partner, and their emotions become safe with you. So there I am, in the middle of this epic battle with my husband, with my baby in my belly, and I'm convinced this is the end of the relationship. And he looks at me, and I start to crumple. And he walks towards me, and he says it to my face, "I do hate you, but I love you more than I hate you." And I could feel in that moment that it was true. But we've been fighting for hours over an issue that had no real resolution, and I was heartbroken and hopeless, and I looked into his eyes and I said, "I just don't know how we're ever going to get through this. I am hopeless. I am in despair." And he looked at me and he softened and he said, I don't know how we're going to get through this. I'm in despair too. But maybe," he said, "maybe we could just hold each other in that despair." And in that despair, together, we realized that our love and our desire to stand for the us was bigger than that issue, bigger than that feeling. And I learned that in love, when you have the capacity to feel every single emotion, even the most terrifying, like the end of the relationship, that anything is possible and you can find each other. The heart is a muscle. And as we all know, every muscle, in order to build it, has to rip, has to tear, has to break. The more you are willing to feel and let your heart break, the bigger your heart becomes, the wider its capacity, its strength, and its ability to hold love. And every little rip in your heart is a conflict. A lot of people think conflict is not what should happen when you're in love. This should be so difficult. This must mean we're not right for each other. Well, let me tell you something as someone who's behind the scenes of conflict. Conflict is absolutely normal and integral and important for a relationship to thrive. The most powerful in-love couples I have ever met fight more in the first 2 years than anyone else I know. Why? Because they're two different people from two different worlds, different belief systems. A fight, an argument, is always a misunderstanding. It's, I don't feel loved, I don't feel seen, I don't feel honored right now. Love is the easiest and the hardest thing you're ever going to do with your heart. Love, it doesn't take a lot. It takes everything. Believe in love as if your greatness depends on it. Because it does.